Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lena, in case you're in doubt. I just wanted to come with a quick show and tell because I started some new projects that, I don't know, I just wanted to do a show and tell because I also oh gee, I'm really bad at explaining myself. Maybe I shouldn't make a video today. But what I wanted to say is that on my last upload I did a landscape, and then I actually prepped two paintings to work on, and I wanted to show them before I finished them off. So if in case anyone would like to, you know, see the progress, I don't know, before I cover up the things, the papers. But before, I just wanted to show and tell what I have been working on. I received some alcohol markers for Christmas, and I have been trying using this image inspired by Tanya Cell, and I'm just practicing. So I was thinking, oh, it could be so awesome if I had a coloring book, you know, with cute faces, because then there would be a ton of faces to just practice on. So instead I decided to sketch off this face, and I think I'm gonna use the same face. I can just flip the page in case I want her head slanted to a different angle. But then I can actually have a sketch to practice the skin tones on, because I really struggle with getting it not so you know, it's a little bit, it's not nicely blended out. And here, oh gosh, I used the what's it called, these pens right here, these micron pens, to sketch out these lines, but they kind of lifted off when I applied a lot of alcohol markers. So I might need to spend some time figure out what kind of pen is like 100% alcohol proof, because sure, the micron is okay when you just go in with 2 or 3 or 4 coats, but up here I have a lot of coats, like warm gray, some orange, some brown, some skin tone, there was like maybe 5 or 7 coats where I kept changing my mind and kept adding, and then suddenly it started to dissolve the micron. That's not nice, right? But all in all, I'm really excited working with the markers. I like the look of the barrels, you know, like it's just a very pretty art supply in my opinion. And when you have them all cluttered up in your desk, you just feel like you want to take a picture, you know, because it looks so beautiful. So, but I really loved using the markers to shade in the petals. I think it was totally easy, and I was surprised how what a joy it was to use alcohol markers for that. So far I think that I'm not as scared to work on petals, flowers, items like a teapot or something, but skin tones is still yeah, it takes some practice. I've started out a new project for this year. I want to draw a small drawing each day. You know the people who has a Hobonichi as a planner, they get to have a small box of each day to put in a drawing. I don't want that in my personal planner because it's for tasks and things, appointments, you know, kind of important things. I also use it for work, so it's not the best place to have a creative outlet. So I took this weekly planner, the page spread, oh, it's this one. I took this monthly planner, and the page spreads looks like this, where you can have like one entire month on 2 sides, and the weeks are just going this direction right here. So I started it up for this year. Look, I think it looks awesome. I only filled in, you know, it's the 4th today, so I still need to do what I did today. But look how nice it looks already. Can you just picture when this whole page spread is colored in? It's just so awesome. And then I chose personal things that I think I'm the only one who can translate what it is. Like, I'm very fond of this hand cream that my son gifted me for Christmas. So I'm really fond of it. I mean, look, I even used it so much. It smells so nice. So I wanted to remember that forever, because I think I'm gonna use this whole tube within the month. So, and then I am really happy about this homemade pin cushions that I made for myself. I like using the pins because they kind of look like jewelry, you know, like they're just so nice when they're pinned into fabric. So it sparks joy using it. So I thought, why don't I just try and sketch that one out. Then I am studying a Danish illustrator called Arne Ungermann at the moment, and I have worked on 2 of his illustrations, this one and this one. So I just wanted to put it in that, you know, so I remind myself about that. And then I finished off my blue star quilt, and now it's washed and dried and folded neatly together, ready to be used if I got the heart for it. Yeah, okay, it's white mostly, you know. So I'm a little bit like it's like a brand new car or something. I need to get the first splat on it that will not remove from washing. I think I need to get it contaminated a little bit before I can start throwing it around, you know, like just like in a daily item. But so far it's so pristine and, you know, beautiful. So I barely got the heart to kind of take it in use. So I'm very happy for it. And then of course this was New Year's Eve, so I just drew the clock, glasses, and then wrote the years. The day after New Year's Eve I quilted. I don't know if you guys remember that I'm working on the, I'm gonna show it, hang on. It's that giant quilt where I'm doing applique, right? So I sewed 2 new stars on it. Not sure if I like it or not, but most of this fabric is in the same tone as what's appliqued next to the block. So it should work. And then I got a purple small border here, and also purple in this fabric right here. It doesn't really show up on camera, but it is like purple tones. And then let's find the other star. Oh my god, this is such a huge piece of work. And again, it's gonna be one of those pristine quilts, so when it's done I can just imagine that I don't have the heart to break it in. Also, like, you know, am I ever gonna use this? Only time will tell. Anyway, this is the second star. I'm more content with this one. Doesn't really show up on camera how much the red color really pops, but it's a warm crimson red, and it looks so beautiful next to the block above it that got the same deep crimson rose petals, oh not rose but flower petals on it. So that one looks like pretty okay, and the blue matches well and brings out the blue in the tree of life that I got in the block next to it. So yeah, but so far I like it a lot. I still miss doing 2 more star blocks on this before I can start slow stitching on top of this. So I better pack it away gently, because look, I'm having it folded out next to my palette and dirty brushes. So oops. And then I want to show you this Danish illustrator called Arne Ungermann. I've been very interested in the art of illustrations. Do I have that little book? It started in October, during my Inktober, where I worked with alcohol markers in this book right here. Then I noticed that on the likable illustrations, like this one, where it's like merging into the page, I just really like it. Like you get the opportunity to draw in a teacup and then use this effect as a background that's kind of married into the rest of the page, that it's white. So it made me kind of focus on, this is a different kind of illustration because it's framed, but I really like those that are like fading out. Don't really know how to describe them. This is another style of it, you know, where it's just fading out. Also up here, like there's something really likable. So I promised myself that I would look more into this style. Also down here where you got the drawing at the bottom of the page, and then choose to fade it out with the light yellow green up here above the leaves. And then I don't know if the camera picks it up. There is also some added color very faintly on the pages, so they are not like totally white pages, but it's like a very thin application of the same color that the pots are in. So all in all, it's a very beautiful way to decorate pages in a junk journal or a journal in general. Also this down here is also so beautiful. Imagine you cut out a white piece of pattern paper and then you draw on this. No, first you splot in your background, then you glue in the piece of paper, and then you draw on top of it. So you can actually make like faux layering like that, where you just actually is gluing just one thing in, but the two additional layers are done with painting. I hope you can follow along what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking that I want to learn more about that. So I looked around. It took me a while, but I finally found a Danish illustrator that I want to get to know better. And I really love that it was a Danish illustrator because I'm from Denmark, so why not, you know, find somebody from Denmark, right? There is a Danish illustrator called Arne Ungermann, and he did all the illustrations for a Danish TV series called Matador, the Matador, and nothing to do with bullfighting. It's more like a monopolist, you know, like Monopoly game, where the TV series starts in 1929 throughout the years of the Second World War. And for each episode he made an illustration, and then he did it in this very likable style that I'm talking about, where you let things fade out. This is a printout of one of his illustrations. So the way that I'm working with it is that I really try to copy it so I can crawl into his mind of what he's thinking, and then I can try out with my own hands to do it, and hopefully remember it more than if I just looked at the picture and looked at the next picture. So by working with it, I need to do that to pick up the clues right. I especially like the way that he just hints out the rooftop, and then your mind just tells you that it's a rooftop, you know. I really like that he lets it fade out. I really love that he picked like a green tone as a sky. It's very untraditional because, as you can see, he's got the blue color, but then he chose like a mint green for the sky. Really likable. And I also like the way that it's so simple. He could have added in light in this lamp, yellow cast on the building and stuff like that, but he just really kept it kind of simple in a way. I really love it. And I love all the broken line work. Look how it's not necessary to draw the full line of this hanger that this cast iron is attached to. It's just broken line works. Also broken line works with the bricks. So yeah, only by drawing I can kind of study it more. I think it's because I pay more attention when I need to draw it. This is so special. The reason why I chose this illustrator is also because he squeezes in a story in his illustrations. This is one of the illustrations attached to the episode where it's about the Second World War, and all the housewives had to buy some of their coffee, tea, butter, meat on coupons, and the coffee wasn't like real coffee, it was like a replacement coffee, not like real coffee. So that's and they all said that it tastes like poison from a snake. So that's why he's taking this traditional, and it's a very traditional blue coffee pot from the 1920s called Madame Bleu, the Blue Madam. He's taking the Blue Madam and then he's letting a snake coming out of the thing up here, and you know, to illustrate that it tastes like poison from a snake. And then you had to pour out cups and refilter it to get more flavors. That's why the cup is up here. And I just really love the way that he also managed to put in like a facial expression. Like this is the eye, the eyelashes, eyebrows, and then some features like a mouth. So this becomes the nose. I mean, isn't it just likable? So that's why I really love this illustrator. This is just also, you know, like old kitchen hardware tools. So there's a lot of things that they used in the 1920s and 1930s in his illustrations. This is also so special. The TV series is about this fine lady who lives up in this town city house, and she looks down the street a lot to get gossip. So she's got these mirrors so she can look, you know, at what's going on in the corner of her building. And I just love the way that he made it look like a person with the eyes, and this is the brim of the nose. So yeah, just really likable. And here once again, Second World War, where the Nazis started to bomb Copenhagen with bombers. So it looks like it's just an illustration of a thunderstorm, but because the lightning is the shape of the SS logo, we kind of know that it must be associated with the Second World War, and the peace dove is leaving town. So there's a lot of double-sided. Also this one, okay, this one is more like so clear because you got the Nazi logo here. But actually what he has painted is that the bird of freedom, we have that expression here in Denmark. I don't know if it's a worldwide one, where the peace dove, or what you would call it, is captured in its cage, and the cage looks like a globe. So it's like the whole world's freedom is captured by the Nazi war going on. So I just love the way that he's compressing a feeling and a story to his illustrations, and then he's got all this sparingly line work, things that are fading out. Yeah, just really a likable illustrator. So as you can see, I'm just printing out a lot of his illustrations, and then I'm planning on making my you can say copy of them to get to know his style. And yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. It's gonna be a good one. I really love it. Imagine if I could take stuff from my own life and learn to make small vignettes like this in a journal. Oh man, I would love that so much. I'm not the collaging kind of girl, but I wouldn't mind learn how to make small vignettes and use that as ephemera in a journal. So I guess that's the whole motivation behind doing these things. But this is really likable. I like it a lot. So it inspired me to work on the same way with the Scavenger Hunt that Janet M. Young launched this New Year's Eve. I'm not gonna do a full scavenger hunt because I got so many projects. I got like 2 quilts I'm working on, some other painting things that I want to do. So I just decided that, oh, I want to participate, you know, but I can't participate in such a large scale as I did last year, where I designated a whole book for it. So this year I'm trying this. Okay, originally it looks like a weekly planner where you got like 1 week on a page. So I decided to take those small squares and I wrote down on washi tapes all the prompts. So first I wrote all the prompts, and it takes up so little space. As you can see, there's like 100 prompts here. Isn't it amazing? That's gonna be like a very skinny version of a scavenger hunt, but hey, at least I'm playing along, right? So now I'm just jumping from place to place and can just flip and work on a prompt, and then I don't have to do it chronologically. I'm not using those weekly spreads for that. So far it was so easy with the cancel postage because we received Christmas cards and stuff. And then swatching swatch page with watercolor was really super easy. And this is patterned paper from a Daphne's Diary patterned paper book. So what I've been doing is just mostly gluing in things. This used an unused product. Well, Janet taught us that if we have like scraps from patterned paper or painterly papers, if we got like a 1-inch punch or a 2-inch punch, you can punch out circles and then you can use them as planets. Well, it so happened that I don't really have like any painterly paper that I have punched out looking like gorgeous planets. I only got these very generic squares because it's leftover paper from a scrapbook project that I did eons ago. And these circles, I have forgotten all about them and they're just accumulating space. So I kind of laughed when I clipped them in because that's the work of Janet M. Young just starting to clutter up in my room. Tissue paper, this is Tim Holtz tissue paper. Book page, I'm still stretching out happy mails that I received from CB years ago where I'm saving the ephemeras to do for especially projects like the Scavenger Hunt, because it's like a FIPS universe in my world. So putting in a scrap piece from a French dictionary gifted to me from CB is just like how I want to use these ephemera things the best, you know. Really sparks joy. And then up here I was gifted from Cassie Burke some dog stickers, and from Kathy Arbor some stickers down here that you could assemble with a face, a dress and legs. And then also from Sandra some washi from Jane Davenport. So this spread up here where the prompts are pets and paper dolls just was such fun to make. because you know, this is what Scavenger Hunt can do for you if you wanted to take that direction. You can use all the stuff from Happy Mails, so it becomes like a, I don't know, like a stew of happy memories whenever you flip to a prompt. It just reminds you of things. Page of Shapes. Oh, did I forget something? No. Page of Shapes. It's a border foil from CB's Happy Mail. Just perfect right there. Washi tapes gifted me from Sandra. Some James Burke and Jane Davenport washi tape. And this coloring book page was just perfect. I immediately knew what I wanted to use, because I got this big sheet of coloring book page with houses, and it's so intricate, so you can't even tell that I snipped off the bottom piece of it. And even though it's just a slim piece, there's so much intricate on it that it will be colored in and look like a coloring page. So I was just so happy that I had that. Let's see. Yeah, marble with paint. Oh my god, it looks so fun. I think I'm gonna try it and then somehow just cut out this snippet and glue it in there. Fortune cookie fortune. Well, the Chinese restaurants that we use, I don't really see them put in fortune cookies. Instead, they put in these poofed rice. No, I think it's pooped shrimp chips, actually. Yeah. So I just took the... I'm so pretty sure that it's not called a table bomb, but the correct, you know, I don't have the correct translation, but if I just translated word by word from Danish bordbombe, it would be like table bomb. It's a small confetti bomb that we put on our dinner table at New Year's Eve, and then when you lit it, it just blows up. It's not like firework, but it's just gonna spring out confetti in the room. And also these small notes that I think is what's inside fortune cookies, because it's good advice, like you will never regret being kind. So yeah, I just glued them in because I know I'm not gonna stumble into fortune cookies. Can you just, I mean, watercolor, schminke, tundra violet, tundra rosa, forest violet. I mean, it's just so breathtaking beautiful. I mean, can I rest my case? This is why I love watercolor. And this is not even watercolor paper. This is just very hot pressed paper. And still it's granulating like a beast. I mean, so beautiful. Post-it note, I knew exactly what to put in. The most expensive post-it note set that I ever put money into was exported, no, it's called imported from Australia. Yeah, Australia. From Australia to Denmark. Because the Swedish producer of KIKIK planners, even though they are a Swedish company, they have their store, online store, located in Australia. And I just fell in love with the KIKIK planner. Oh, let me grab it. 7 years ago, and if you're like a planner girl, you'll be like, no, it's not 7 years ago. Yes, it is. Already 7 years ago. There was a hype about the KIKIK planners. It's a leather-bound pink planner, and it is so yummy. Now it's stuffed. I use it as archive for all sorts of planners, so you'll see like different years in it. This is another planner, and I can just see that I've taken out things and put in. So there is, the inserts are like from different years. But anyway, I was in love with this planner. I looked at it so much on the website before I decided to buy it. Oh, okay. It comes with a zip pocket where Oh my god, my son's Pokemon stuff. Okay, I better leave this out. Comes with a zip pocket with black linen inside, which was like really yummy back then. And this black linen with white diamonds was also like, oh, you had to love it, right? And then it's got like the secretarial pocket here with pockets, 4 pockets, and the pocket assembly was different than from the Filofaxes back then. So just getting something that was a different layout than the traditional Filofax was just a treat, you know. And then, let me just flip through all this. Oh, what? I got pens in here? Okay, these are KIKIK pens. In that haul I got, of course, when you're ordering something from Australia, you don't just order a planner, right? You order the planner, the kit, the paper, the insert, pens, and also the sticky notes. And the sticky notes, what I got left are these. And it was the most expensive sticky notes that I have ever bought in my life. It came in this cute box that I long ago have used up and throw out the box itself. But I managed to take these 3 sticky notes because I got this tiny little scrap left from that huge sticky note haul. So of course when the Scavenger Hunt asked for sticky notes, I wanted to include those because those are the first sticky notes I recall ever that I have bought. I'm sorry, I should do this off camera. I'm just curious what's inside that pocket. Glad I found the pens though. This is... Okay, in the back it comes with a pocket also to insert a notepad. So, pen loops, and I mean, all in all, just a beautiful planner. I used it a lot when I received it, and you can't even tell that it's been worn out. Sure, it's like a little bit chunky. I should actually harvest out some of these things so it can go back to a more skinny skinny look, so I will be able to close it. But what I love about the Scavenger Hunt is that it gives you an opportunity to reminisce old things. So thanks, Janet, for this awesome project that you are gifting to us year after year. Even though you don't participate, I mean, just looking at the prompts and you will see that it's a roundup of what we all have been streaming about, talking about, playing with. So it becomes, from years down the road, a fun visual journal of what we played with in that time slot. So that's why I really like Scavenger Hunt. I also was a big Hobonichi girl. Let me get my Hobonichi. Okay, there's something special about all of this. You see, I've never been a fan of sticky notes per se, because I think the sticky is lame on them, they fall off. So when I jumped into a Hobonichi planner, and I also got the Hobonichi style of post-it notes, I was in love. Turns out that their post-it notes are like this vellum sticker that's transparent, and they called it on their website as post-it note. So I just had to include those also, and it reminds me of the beautiful Hobonichi. This is the planner stickers that came with the Hobonichi haul that I had back in 2016. But in 2016 I didn't draw or paint, but I was in love with that style of trying to make a sketch every day. Let me just flip quickly through this Hobonichi. So you will see that I really try to draw small things. Oh, that's a sticker. But seriously, I try to do small things in my Hobonichi, like most of the things are like kawaii. Oh, look at these funny people right here. Like just funny people. This is me, help, buried in work, paperwork. It looks so funny. Yeah, I drew stuff like this. What do you call, there must be some sort of a name for these. I call them kwai looking illustrations. Okay, let me just flip, because I know that we will come to a place where there is some other oh my god, I remember this. You know, at the, I don't even know what St. Hans is called in English. It's like a it's like a midsummer tradition where we say that witches are flying on their broom to Bloksbjerg because they are witches, you know. And then my big brother attached a bicycle lock, so I could lock my broom and it won't get stolen. And then later on, my hubby attached a ringer for a bike. I mean, they teased me so much that year. It's funny. This is also funny. We are in IKEA. This is my son and this is my hubby. He's going to purchase a pillow and he's like, really like, he wants a very soft pillow. So I'm asking him, what the fuck are you doing? And then it's like, I can't test it out without trying it. So this is his way of trying out pillows in IKEA. Oh my god, this is hilarious. I forgot all about it. He's such a hoot, I'm telling you, man. Oh, I was the lawn dominator that year. Oh my god. Look, I received the lawn looking like this when fall broke out. And then, without using fertilizers, hard work, hand plucking up all the weed, plus hatching out all the old dead grass, I managed to get like, oh, the camera doesn't even pick up the fresh green. Like, you can really tell that this is green. Of course, I got a little bit clover in there, but that's just healthy for the lawn. But without using any toxic fertilizer or anything else, you know, I just managed to transform my lawn into being the lawn dominator of the street. Okay, I know that I drew something in this one because I remember starting to draw small things in 2016. Yeah, I think it starts around here. Like I'm having a hot tub bath. My hubby. Yeah. Here you see. Now it starts with drawings. My cat didn't come home that night. She came home 3 days after, I think. Yeah, she came home. 1, 2. She was gone 3 days. And my son building penises in the snow. Yeah. So, as you can see, I really tried to draw in stuff. And this is how I made a drawing of my hubby. It was so cute. Yeah, and then I'm drawing, like, if I'm having a bad day, I'm doing like this, you know, like, and here I have a headache. So, yeah, it's fun to, okay, this stream was not supposed to be about it, but I am trying to draw a little bit in here. And I guess that's how it started, me looking at drawings and then by pure luck or accident stumbling over Jane Davenport, ordering the Jane Davenport product line, and then everything is just history, right? Yeah, I mean, here I bought no, I rolled my Midori. That's what I did that day. You know, when you have a Midori, they all tell you to roll the leather so it becomes more soft. It took me 2 years to roll my Midori because I couldn't couldn't do it the first time I received it. The whole first year was such a nice thing, you know. I wouldn't dream about ancienting the leather up by rolling it, but I did it that day. So I draw a picture of my Midori in my journal and told that I rolled it. I rolled it. So it's funny how you can look at the illustrations and then just immediately recall what went on that day. Oh, there was an ugly rose here. Oh, look. This is how I made a face. Wow. Holy crap. So much has happened. Are there more? Now I'm just ranting, I guess. This is me drawing a rose. Oh, look. This is actually fun to watch. This is me, Lena, drawing a butterfly. And it's actually a lemon plant, even though it looks like a tulip. What was it about these books? I think I can remember. Is there a picture of it? No. Okay, then I won't tell that story because I need to show it visually. Okay, maybe I can tell it so you can understand it. Okay. I bind in my books for my son's school. You know, he's going to school and he needs his books to be binded. And the way that we do it, because he don't like the store-bought bookbinding, it's for kids. So we just took all my pattern paper pads and I spread them out on the table, and he pointed on several sheets and he said that one, that one, that one. So that's how he ended up with these very special book bindings look. And then one of the pattern paper were this specific pattern where he managed to draw out the Nazi symbol by outlining parts of the pattern. So I was like, oh no, you can't do that on a history book. So that paper went off and another one came on. But I think that I took a picture of him drawing that symbol on one of his books, but apparently it was later on than this. So yeah, this is a picture taking where my hubby is jumping on the broom, and then I put it on Facebook saying that it is particularly windy today. It's like Harry Potter, right? Okay, let's put this Midori aside. But oh man, it is so fun to look back in these things. My clean oven. This is actually the proof that I'm using my oven. So, okay, I can barely get it away. Let's put this book away. That was like a huge I almost said rabbit trail. Okay, Page of Cats. That was like particularly easy. I just sketched a ton of cats. I got the idea from a Daphne's Diary coloring book page where they have done it with dogs. They just have a page full of dogs. So in case that you're doing the scavenger hunt and also got a dog, you can do the same just with dogs. Fibers of fabric. Oh boy, do I have a tiny this is not even scraps. I think it's called crumbles actually. Got so many crumbles of fabric, so it was a joy to actually get to use them. Add in an old photo. I found this cute picture of Lars's mom. She is now deceased. I just think it is so cute because my son is happy, she is happy. You see all her home. I mean, her home was like, yeah, just a lot of things. They were like growing out of the walls. So it was just a perfect photo. And then I still need to find something for the back side. Gift wrap. Yes, yes. Just took something from Christmas. A map. Repetitive pattern. A tip-in. So as you can see, I started my scavenger hunt. Oh, this is so crazy. You know what? I had to glue in like receipt from a store. Now my focus is off. And if I hadn't done this scavenger part right here, I would never have noticed. I had the opportunity to look at the receipt from when I bought my medication, and I don't know why I didn't. It's not like it's an insurance, but it's like you pay a member's fee to be a member of this thing called Denmark. It's not the country Denmark, it's like a company called Denmark, and then they will refund you some of your medical bills. And I always thought that it would be like a tiny refund, like 30% or whatnot, but they also help you a little bit with your dental bills and stuff. So add it all up, and years past, it will sum up to be a benefit for you if you got a family, right? Check this out. Because I'm a member of that organization called Denmark, they paid 100% for my medication for the arthritis. So the only thing I was charged for this huge pharmacy bill was actually only like $10 for the painkillers. Isn't that amazing? But it works like this, that I have to pay the bill, but they call it in. That's what they say right here, indberetning. They just notified this company that I have to get the money returned for my medication. Isn't that awesome? I mean, I thought that I had to pay for that myself. So yeah, I'm just a fool that I didn't check it when I got the receipt. But then I had a second chance to learn about it because of this scavenger hunt, so that's cool. I'm still without medications after the, you know, the almost liver failure. I ended up with not enduring the medication. So, but oh my god, I have a little story to tell. I was up taking blood work, is it called that, today, and then I wasn't in the room when it happened because they called me in, so I had to give them my information and take off my some of my clothes and stuff while it happened. While I'm doing that, suddenly I hear this commotion outside, and this man who's yelling, and the nurse that was supposed to take blood work on me, she ran out. What happened was that this guy walked in and wasn't wearing his mask, and then apparently he refused to put on the mask that they offered him. So there was this commotion where they actually kicked him out, and he was making a scene. And then the nurse came back, and she was like, you know, like worked up. I don't know if she was pissed or just shaky. I don't know what. So what happened was that she just jammed in the needle in my arm. So I had like the worst blood work done, and she totally fucked this one up. And then she asked me to shift over to this arm, and here she took the blood work, and you can barely see that it's done. I mean, there is just a little print, but oh my god, I mean, I was like, are you kidding me? She was just, yeah, that was really uncomfortable. Okay, but now for the fun part. I wanted to come on with an upload to show you the progress of this, should we call it intuitive painting? I think Kathy Arbor commented on the upload calling it an intuitive painting style. So I wanted to show you this is what I made on a previous stream. And oh boy, I love it a lot. I am into dark colors, and when it's nature, I really love brown colors that some might call mud. I don't know. I just think it's likable. And then I showed it to my hubby, and he was like, it's nice, but he missed some bright green. He think it's too like compressed, too much dark colors. So I followed his advice, and now I'm working on these two. This is one of them where I'm trying to follow his advice about not muddying it up, even though I'm so tempted to do so. I'm so tempted right down here to just get it like really dark and then brighten up. But because I had to try and keep so much bright, I think this will end up being like a waterfall, and then some nature on the side, and then some water down here. And the second one I'm working on is this one, which is simply just inspired by the first one that where I tried out Cindy Barron's technique. So I'm simply just doing the same with a sky, a mountain, and this time it will be like a brighter forest. And this is taking up too much space compared to, you know, it's a bad composition. So I need to put this further down so that this area here will be like this small. But I wanted to show that this is, I think, the third wash or something, but still just the first layering. I'm gonna put more layering on this, and I'm gonna try to layer it up with so many layers that it becomes you can have like depth in it. So I just wanted to show on stream the pit stop halfway through, or what you can call it, because I think it's unfair when I show the finished one and you're like, how did you do that? And then it's hard to explain, because you need to see pictures of the progress. So I just wanted to show this, and I'm showing it now because I'm working on it now. So yeah, that's actually it. Thank you for watching. I hope you're doing well, and you don't mind that this was just what I would call like a show and tell. But at least I've cracked open a lot of projects that I'm gonna enjoy working on here in January, so you guys kind of know what I'm messing around with. So have a nice day. Bye bye.